Hello, my name's Peter Pendlebury and I'm a kinesiologist. Well, what on earth is that? A kinesiologist is somebody who uses a technique called kinesiology to have a conversation with your body to find out what it doesn't like. So it's a little bit like you want to ask somebody, the way to get somewhere in a different language. I've just learnt that language. And we can have a conversation with your body by using something which is called a muscle test. And this will give us a response which tells me what is going on and then what we can do to actually put that right for you. The understanding of how it works is that at the base level, we are all energy beings. So when you have a symptom, something happens in your body, you don't like it, you've got a pain, or maybe you're very upset about something, you get very angry about something, you feel very stressed. This comes as a result of a body reaction. And underneath all of that will be this energy response. So it starts off in a very small level. And then if it's not dealt with, it builds and it builds and it builds and it builds until it gets to a level where you're recognizing that there's something wrong. So with kinesiology, what we do is we ask a series of questions of the body on what can we do to actually put this right. The symptoms is what normally brings clients to see me. But underneath that, there will be a whole raft of other things that can be going on. And they can be quite simple or they can be quite complicated. So you would come into the clinic, or we work online now as well, and we do some muscle testing. We ask a series of questions that your body then gives me a series of answers to. And we work in body priority. So your body tells me what's the most important thing that it wants us to work on today. And we can sometimes put an issue in place, or sometimes we just do a general balance. Now, a balance is a series of bits that we put together that the body then does something with. Okay, so this can be something as simple as adding in an energy remedy, like a back flour remedy. It can be adding in a food supplement. It can be taking something out. So it can be actually understanding that there's a food that you're eating that your body is struggling with. So it would rather that you limited or avoided that. Those are the more physical things. There are various points on the body that we can hold or we can rub that will tell the body that we need a change to go on. We look at the emotional side of things as well. So we can look at where your stress is coming from. We can look at whether there are core beliefs, there are things about you that you believe that are actually not doing you any favors. And then we can look at how we can remove those. But the body will tell us, your body will tell us what order to do this in. So if you came in and you had a particular thing and you said, this is what I want you to work on, sometimes we would and sometimes we wouldn't, because sometimes the body says, no, that's superficial to me. If you work on this, that will get better. So that's kind of how we work. When we work, you will sometimes feel different energies moving on. Some people see colors, some people feel pressure, some people feel pain, some people get emotional. You can have all of these things. Sometimes the body takes a great big sigh because it's just released something and it's just feeling so much better. Sometimes at the end of a session, you can feel like you've almost run a marathon because there's so much work been going on, but you always feel better. Might be heavier sometimes, but in a physical sense, maybe a bit more tired, but you'll feel lighter in an emotional sense, as if you just dropped something that you've been carrying around. The other thing that people ask me is, do I have to believe it for it to work? No. I've worked with children young children wouldn't have any understanding really of what was going on. I've worked with adults with disabilities who, again, mental disabilities, they wouldn't have understood what was going on. And does it help if you believe in it? I suppose if you were really, really anti kinesiology or any kind of energy work, then you might find your body might find it slightly more difficult to actually put the balances in place. But then I guess you probably wouldn't be coming to see me anyway. I think an open mind is probably the best thing. So it's a non-invasive method. We put balances in place and you feel better. So hopefully that's helped. And if you've got any questions, do get in touch with me.